Serena, Rihanna, Zendaya, B, it's Auntie. I need y'all to help me spread my quote. I need you to help me get these kids out to vote. Why? 'Cause this election ain't no joke. We gotta take this bitch by the throat. So get your ass out and vote. Get your ass out and vote. Get your ass out and vote. Y'all know how I do it. Come on, y'all. Vote.
Okay, get your ass out and vote. Yeah, we can't top that. Yeah, go get out and vote. That is so true. You guys, welcome back to another unpopular opinion episode. And we are doing the runaround today. That's what we do on Fridays. And we had added another segment. We're going to get super producers NFL picks for the week. And we have a plethora of stories that we want to discuss with you. I'm your host, Shawan Burns. Without further ado, we're going to bring up our super producer. What's going on?
Good morning, unpopular opinion. Good morning to you all. It is my favorite day of the week. It is Friday. It is Friday. And it's November the 1st.
Yes, it is.
So it's payday for all my military folks.
Yeah.
Where you at? Holla if you hear me. Let me hold a little something. Okay?
Right.
Something.
Let me hold something.
I know you military people got paid today. I know you military people got paid last night. Let me hold a little something. You out of the DFW. Where you at? Listen, let me tell y'all something. That man is a whole snack. Woo! My God.
Okay. DFW.
Super producer, a whole investigator. You can check me out if you want to, but I done verified. Okay. Listen, today's topics, hot topics, I would call them. Some of them gonna blow your mind today. We're gonna get into a few things today.
Yeah, we got some stories to tell.
Good morning, Justin. If you're in the comments, come on, say good morning.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, I know your parents taught you better. When you enter a room, you should speak. Yes, I'm doing it again because we're gonna get y'all right. At the end of this, we're gonna be seeing this chat going, good morning, good morning. That's right. Good morning to all of you. Even the ones looking. Good morning to you too.
Lurking in the background.
Yeah, all of you that's not subscribing, liking, and sharing, but you're looking.
You're looking.
Good morning. You know who you are.
Girl, I got a subscriber on my other channel. All he do is add hate comments, but he still subscribed. I'm like, don't you know I could tell you subscribe to my channel?
Shawan, you done made it. When you got a troll that's subscribed to you.
That's like, really?
That's when you made it. When you got the trolls subscribing and trolling.
And trolling at the same time.
You girl, somebody, I had a troll on my page. They went talking about me all in a Facebook group. I made it, girl. I ain't worried about nothing else.
You made
it. You can hate all you
want.
Well,
look, when they start sending you hate messages talking about they didn't like your last video, like what the hell?
When they start commenting hateful comments on your guests, you know you got the right guest.
You got the right guest.
Okay. Little Robin Williams moment for you. That's he. Little Robin Williams moment. Because listen, I pay homage where homage is due.
You're right.
But good morning to you all. I will continue to say good morning when I can to certain people when I see them. Toy Mafia, thank you for being on the door.
Toy
Thank
Mafia
you.
in the
Thank you for being
building.
in attendance today. We
Yes.
have our ushers that be on the door. Toy Mafia, Carrington
Mm.
Hollister. If you need anything from the ushers, they'll come down the middle of the aisle. Midway through this, we're gonna have them bring the baskets out for collection
Right.
because we don't work
We
hard.
need 10 more
Listen, we don't
dollars.
work hard all week. Okay, and let me tell you, it's not a debt you owe, but a seed you sow. Ain't that what they say?
Hallelujah.
Ain't that what they say? It's not a debt you owe, but a
Not a
seed
debt
you
you
sow.
owe.
I don't
It's
see
a
how y'all can
seed.
give to those people that be like, "This is my Bible," and still lie to you. But you see the people out here doing the work and don't
Mm-hmm.
do nothing. But that's
Mm-hmm.
okay, because God got a way. God got a way. Super producer, don't trademark. Absolutely not. Child, I need
That it
to.
is not a debt you owe.
It's
It's a seed you sow.
that's
That's
it.
the whole t-shirts for you.
Honey, that's a sermon right
That's
there.
a
That could
sermon.
preach all by itself.
Yes.
Okay, don't y'all get me tonight because I'm on revival. We getting ready to go on holy convocation. So, and y'all thought that this little one over here could hoop. Wait till you hear me going too. And this color doesn't go with that color, and that color doesn't go with this color. And when you put on that color, make sure you put it on with this color. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it is Friday night service.
K
So
Mac in the building. Hey
let's
K Mac.
what up, K Matt? Let's get on with the program.
Get on with the program.
We done did the hospitality. Y'all say good
Mm-hmm.
morning. How
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
Hospitality is done. Give you your announcements.
Mm-hmm.
Please like, share, and subscribe to Shawan Burns and Shawan Burns 2.0 on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and All in the Queue on
And,
YouTube.
and all in the queue.
Okay? We do this for you. Not
Yeah.
a debt you owe, but a
Mm-hmm.
seed you sow.
Mm-hmm.
Little stanks. The
Carrington
parents
already
said,
being a usher. He like, okay, first on the jet. Call the roll.
parents said next slide, next
next,
slide.
next slide, Robert.
Listen, I got it. Let me get on my job.
Yeah,
And Carrington started telling me,
Carrington like next slide, Robert.
Carrington gonna say, read super producer.
Read super producer Ray.
Come on, super producer. All right, here we go.
Okay, that
This, this is
this
Shawan.
this is Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is coming out with a documentary. She's trying to work with the mental health organization in her hometown, Houston, and I guess Texas, because she said what she experienced with passing of her mother, things that happened in her in the industry, the abuse that took place, and they talk about Tory Lanez in this documentary. So she wants to shed light and have other people like younger women to start talking about the things that are troubling them, so and I said her hometown, but it's actually California Health Department, mental health department. So yeah, this documentary is expected to release, I believe, at the mid this month in November
Oh, that's a
sometime.
bad spot to end in. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. So yeah, it's supposed to um be released on Thursday. It's called
Mm.
Megan on Prime Video. It's
Oh, God.
called Title in Her Words.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so it says she wants to give fans an inside look at her rise and personal struggles.
We've not we've not actually talked about the situation. What do you feel about the Meg the Stallion Tory Lanez thing?
I think Megan was actually being dishonest, saying she didn't have a relationship with Tory Lanez, but I do think he did shoot her in the foot. You know, I think it
Mm,
was other things that was involved in that situation that they didn't bring to light, but I think he had direct involvement of her getting shot in the foot. So
interesting.
yeah,
Mm. You want the super producer's thoughts or
yeah. You can give me your thoughts.
this is my thought.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts are that the things that were going on in the case for me were so convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
There was really no real definite evidence to me that he actually shot her in the foot. Now, for me, she tries to act like
She's innocent.
her, yeah,
Yeah, I didn't like that.
is that she's so clean,
And she
when
ain't.
in fact you was getting involved with your friend's man, from what I
Yeah.
could gather.
Yeah. Yeah.
That to me in itself screams that he didn't do it. Maybe the friend did it because you no
Maybe the
longer
friend do it.
talk to the friend once she found out you was trying to push up on her man. Allegedly. This is all alleged now.
Well, but the incident happened in the car. You talking about
Yeah.
the friend that was in the car with her?
Yes.
I thought her friend,
They no
were
longer
they
speak.
involved with each
They
other?
no longer speak.
Okay.
Girl, me and
Okay.
you, okay, let me tell you first of all, if me and you in a car together
Mm-hmm.
and I get shot and you and me no longer speak, that don't even make sense. Especially if we saying that the other person did it. Why would me and you
I
stop
think she
speaking?
don't no longer speak to her because they were speculations saying that girl got paid off. That's what the
How
rumor
would she
was.
how would she be loyal to somebody who shot you? You understand where I'm going? Like,
I think Megan has wrong friends in her circle. This is what I always thought with Megan.
for me,
She doesn't have real
for
friends.
me, the story is a lot convoluted. There's more to this story that actually didn't come out. I
Well,
feel
yeah, we know it didn't come out, and then that's what his dad was really mad about because Jay-Z wouldn't help, and they said,
no, it
you
don't matter
know,
because the man is talented. When he come out of of jail, he's gonna not. It's gonna be like he didn't miss a beat because the man is talented. I'm not gonna take away from the man. That's like R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a talented man. He's a musical genius. I don't care
mhm,
what you say. He has
mhm,
shaped R&B music, um, everything that me people my your age and your age know.
mhm, mhm,
So I'm not gonna take his talent away.
mhm.
So I feel like yeah. There this
There's
story
more to the
something, there
story. Mhm.
something. It's just
So
so
you
right.
just don't think they didn't have enough evidence to convict him.
Right, and I don't feel like it would even if it did happen, I don't feel like it was a malicious thing. He shot her in the foot. I feel like it was an accident that the gun went off and she got shot in the foot.
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
the guy that was in the car, he was saying that he was telling Megan dance nigga dance and shooting
Mhm.
at her, on the ground. And I think it was an accident. I really do think it was an accident.
Yeah, I
But
mean, even if he was doing that, I feel like they play so much, and she is a very playful person. Um,
but you don't play with guns.
yeah,
I
we
don't. I
don't.
mean, you're a grown person.
We
No, but
don't.
these are grown
Yeah,
individuals.
but we don't. But people with money do lots of stupid things.
Yeah.
You can see that playing out with Diddy. I'm just saying, for
Well,
me.
I don't think he playing. He just demonic,
Well,
demon.
I mean
I
that
can't
too,
put that
but
on. Yeah.
it's that access to money and things that you have in
Do
your
yeah,
mind
you
that you
think you
can
could
make
get
it
away
happen.
from,
Right, you can
or
make
get
it
away
happen.
with. Hmm.
But yeah, I think that, that was a very unfortunate situation that occurred, and I don't think that it occurred the way she's claiming it occurred.
Well, and then another thing, he got convicted, wasn't in the California courts.
Mhm.
That's a kangaroo court to me. California,
To me
anybody go
to
through a
me, they
crime.
target black men.
Well, they
For me,
target black men, and they what so this is essentially a domestic violence case, right? So essentially, we're gonna hang you. We're gonna make an example out of you. So
money makes you do stupid stuff. I mean, the saying "more money than brains" is said for a reason. Carrington, you must be drinking your coffee this morning. I know you got some Red Bull in your coffee because you, doggone it, is all on it.
no, he usually have whiskey in his coffee. That's what he says. usually say? Carrington, you got whiskey in your cup?
I'm not doing this today.
That's what he normally says. He
I'm not
says he
doing this.
drinks the whiskey.
I'm not doing this today. And so, yeah.
I know my people.
Anywho, I'm interested to find out. Okay,
Don't
girl.
just ignore me.
Okay, girl. I'm interested to find out what this documentary entails. Carrington said he didn't have it today.
Oh, he didn't have it today. Okay. Carrington. Call the tell super producer to call the roll.
He said he ran out.
Oh, you ran out. Okay, maybe.
Justin is cracking up. Okay, Justin, because I'm not doing it today. Absolutely not.
You know what it's gonna be? The Megan Thee Stallion is gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like a victim type of thing. I think.
I feel like it's not going to go the way she wanted to go because listen, there was loads of people that was not on her side with this, like fans. There was loads of people.
Yeah,
That whole time she went through a lot of scrutiny with people, and I don't even. I'm surprised that she even did this documentary, which makes me feel like she needs money for some reason because the way she was telling people, y'all don't care nothing about my mental health, the way that she retracted from social media for a while because of it, because of all of the, attacks from fans and stuff. This is
Well,
interesting.
I could just imagine, you being shot and they not believing you. So I can't take that away from her. Then you got to realize she not too long ago lost her mom. So she's probably lost. She's still young, even though she, I think she's like just turning 30, right? If that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see where she's coming from. So I truly think Megan has a good heart, or she means well, but I believe she just have bad friends. She just have bad friends, and then she's lacking the guidance.
You attract what you are. That's what I'm saying, because when I was in my younger years and I was full of caca.
You was full of shit.
The friends I had, I thought you was supposed to be abstaining. Where my cross at? In the name of Jesus.
Oh, you got a cross.
In the name of Jesus.
Here's the cross right here.
Okay. Anyway, when I was full of caca, don't you ever get on Cannon. Don't you get on Cannon. Because see, this is why he think Halloween is the devil. Don't you be doing that to my dad. Anywho, this it will be interesting to say the least. I don't feel like
it's gonna backfire on her.
No, I just don't think it's gonna be as popular as she think it's gonna be. The documentary.
Okay, maybe she's not just looking for views. Maybe she's just really trying to spread the message of mental illness.
And that would be great. I mean, that's a great thing. Like I said, when I was younger and I was full of caca, all my friends was full of caca too. Okay. So like I said, if you choosing people that are not good for you, then that means part of you may not be so good. Okay, allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I hate the fact that, and you go like people watching, you're gonna realize this about me. I'm a very fair person. I don't blame men just because a woman is involved. I'm gonna look at the facts. And if the facts tell me that she a liar or she a track star, y'all know what that means? Then that's what it is. And I also hate the fact that when people break up, when the baby mamas break up with the men, they use the children as weapons against them. No. Don't get the children involved in adult conversations. And guess what? He couldn't been as ugly and as trash as you said he was because you chose him. Okay, little stank.
Yeah, little stank. I hate when people talk bad about their
Yeah, I don't
exes,
like
or
that. I
yeah,
don't
it's
like that
just
at
not a
all
good
because
look.
we have
Like,
some
you
great
laid
men.
down with them and had a baby by him. He
Thank
couldn't be
you.
that
We have some
man
great
bad.
men in the
Yeah.
Black community.
Hmm.
Great men in the Black community. And we as women sometimes often get in the way of them being great men. So we need to start taking responsibility for that.
Accountability.
Yes. And so, you know, I feel like this was yet another situation where a Black man was not protected. Um, and good morning, Kevin Walker, because you came out the bushes laughing and didn't even say good morning.
Stop it. Super producer putting people on notice.
And I'm is, and absolutely. Because y'all need to, we want to speak to y'all. We want to have a little chit chat before we get into it. But
Next slide, please, Robert.
I know that's right. I feel like that, this was yet another situation where a black man was not considered. You put it, so that, just I'm just very touchy about that because I have a son, I have a brother, and I feel like Black men are being targeted. Black men are an endangered species out here. And us as women,
I think Black men been an endangered species. I think right now men are
I
being
do.
targeted.
I think that, but I think so even more so now, the state
Hmm.
of how we're living, in the time that we're in right now, you know, we should stop putting Black men in the position of being further endangered. So, accountability is huge, and we need to start doing that as Black women. It's not all on Black men. We have a part to play, and we should play that part. Um, yeah, no problem, Kevin. I'm gonna give you a pass this time. That's your warning. As they say in Flint, that's your warning. It's your warning. Okay. The ushers are on the door. Carrington, Toy Mafia. I love Toy Mafia because they come in, they say, you know, I'm going to my post. I'm not gonna say nothing else until security is called.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, that's the way I feel about that. Am I gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch it?
Usually I don't. It got to be like, oh, I really have no skin in the game to watch Megan Thee
Well,
Stallion. I used to be a fan of hers, but
I
it's
feel
just
like
like
I
it's
want to
kind of.
watch it for the purposes of finding out what's going to be stretched, what truths and lives is going to be, spun and stretched, and because is Tory Lanez getting out soon?
Girl, they gave that man 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, typically 10 years is not 10 years. If you good
And then he
behavior,
getting deported. You know, he's from Canada, so they
yeah, which
deport him
is,
after
I
he get
mean,
out.
you're not going back to a bad life. Canadians get free health care. I want to go with him.
And no, I'm just saying, he made his career off of U.S.
And
Territory
he
with his
still can. Just
music
because he in Canada don't mean he can't. Because it's a whole bunch of Canadians, Justin Bieber being one of them. He don't have to
and
live here.
Drake and
Yeah,
Drake.
so and he can absolutely go back to Canada and still and people in the US gonna be all over his music. Cause they just are. I have a hard time believing in any celebrities' documentaries anymore.
Too
Too
much
much is
false
false
information.
info to
That's what
make
I
them look
said,
better
Justin.
or receive. And see, that's what I want. I'm
That's what I said.
interested
Yeah.
to be looking for. How is she gonna try to make Tory Lanez look? And I feel like she should leave him out of this. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's really not a documentary. This is basically your memoir in your words. Because if it's a documentary, you'll get all sides.
Okay, well, listen, y'all. I might take one for the team. I got lots of work to do this weekend. I may just put it on and let it play in the background so that I can deduce and come back and tell y'all, oh, the old child, that thing was horrible. And this is why. Okay, we might have to do that on the runaround next Friday.
Okay, let's go on to the
I might
next
take one
subject.
for the team.
I think we spent too much time on Megan Thee Stallion.
Anyway, she deserved a little bit of whatever. And we talked about other things. Look at you. Y'all, ask Shawanda, she got somewhere to be. Because she rushed me.
I do.
Rushing me.
Look, you see these naps right here popping out? I got to get this pressed and laid.
YSL Thug, Young Thug is about to, as you all know, be released from jail.
This is so shocking to me.
Shocking? Why?
Because it's like they had a RICO charge pending to him, and then all of a sudden, I'm going to plead guilty and I'm going to get let off on time served. Wasn't it a RICO charge pending on him?
Absolutely.
This is so, like, that's why I said this is so unreal. Like,
the
RICO charge was like not laundering money. They were talking about dead bodies attached to
me. Listen, for me, this was always the road. This was the road after YSL Wody got on that stand and did what he did, and they gave him immunity. After that, this was this whole circus, whole clown show. This was the only way that the prosecution and the state's attorney's office was going to be able to recoup anything. The only way.
Yeah, you know what? In Fonnie Willis, in that other, I think the judge messed it up. And I'm not saying
the first judge, the one with the earrings.
The first judge, yeah. He messed it up. And then those attorneys, the prosecuting attorneys.
Absolutely.
You know, Fonnie Willis, she claims that she has this tough record in prosecuting these drug lords and criminals. And it's like, dude, the last cases that you got, like big cases, they effed them all up. That Trump case, I'm not saying these people are guilty, but you got so much trash in your house that you can't even present cases correctly.
First of all, Fannie stopped giving a damn after they put her on the stand.
Oh yeah, on that
okay.
Trump case.
Once they tried to start scrutinizing her and her sexual escapades, excuse me, allegedly, she was like, I'm done with this. For me.
But I believe Fonnie Willis did have a great record. I mean, I believe her record preceded her.
But if you are going to allow the state to put me on trial and I work here, I don't have no confidence and I ain't going to help them. I ain't going to smirch my record, going to smirch their record.
Well, she's smirching her record, though.
I mean, as a whole, but individually, it ain't going to touch her because she wasn't on this case.
Well, she's that's their support. Those people are her
right. I said overall.
Yeah.
But when you look at her individually, if she try to go and get another job, I ain't gonna touch her. And like I said, I feel like she stopped giving a damn after they put her on the stand. I feel like that.
They tried not to put her on the stand, but she said she wanted to be on the stand.
Well, she had to go.
She's the one who busted in the
courtroom. But she actually had to go up and speak for herself. There was no way of getting around it. Once she saw how incompetent they were, she didn't have no choice. For me. But anywho, I knew that. And then when the plea deals started flying, day before this, yeah, I already knew. I said, oh, he either coming home or he'll be out in the next year, 6 months or so. Yeah. But here you go. First, the first thing I'm going to do is play, it's like a 34-second clip of the sentencing, what is actually going to happen. And then I'll play his speech that he gave.
40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation. followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served.
Y'all saw that?
To me, and this is another thing I don't like about this. This is another thing that they do with black people being trapped up in the system. You gave me 15 years of probation. Like we was discussing offline. How in the world is he going to complete that successfully given his track record? I don't think he is.
Listen,
he's in that life.
Here is the other caveat. When you all see that 15 years probation, you're like, oh, he got off easy. In all actuality, we need to know what the stipulations of the probation are. He'll have to show up for drug testing every week, maybe, possibly every day. You don't know what the stipulations are. 2, it's going to restrict his movements as far as being around people. He won't be allowed to be around other convicted felons. So that means everybody that was in that little clique, he can never be found in their presence. These are the things that are difficult for black men because
that's all
when
you
know. Go somewhere, you can't possibly know everybody in the vicinity of you if they are a convicted felon.
And he's restricted to Georgia. He just had to stay in Georgia.
Right. That's not a hard thing. And he, in all actuality, he is not really restricted to Florida. You know why? Because he can petition the judge because performing was his job. That's how he took care of his family.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He can that's if they allow it. You know,
right. And they will, because that's how he feeds his family. They cannot impede him. He has to have a job. That was his job before he got convicted. It's how he feeds it's going to continue to be how he feeds his family. So watch, you'll see. He'll be moving around and doing concerts in no time because he'll petition. They'll grant it. He'll go. The same rules will apply though. He won't be able to be in the presence of any convicted felons, nobody that has a gun, drug tested. You see what I'm saying? Like the stipulations for this probation have to be long and have to be very difficult. They're going to be very difficult for him to navigate. Very difficult. This is going to be extremely interesting.
This is why I said it's only a trap to further trap black men in the system because it's impossible for you to complete a 15-year probation.
He says he going to start singing gospel music too. Child.
He probably should.
You don't never know. He might be converted. You never know. But listen, that might be his best chance to successfully complete
maybe
his 15
he could
years
do some collaborations with Ye.
Absolutely not.
You know what? I'm not gonna hate on
But if he do,
because
that'll be a way for him to make money because those Sunday services that Ye be doing in Atlanta be packed. So, that's absolutely a way for him to make money. Let's see. Carrington, we taking bets? What we doing? Carrington said there's no way he'll make the 15 years, maybe 5 max. I'm telling you, they're going to make it. They're going to make it.
I know that's positive affirmations, but I would like to see the statistics of black men making long probationary periods.
They're going to make
actually get off of that probationary period successfully without returning to prison. I'm pretty sure it's a slim
what I want to do is
percentage.
I want to see if we can foil these terms of this probation because it's not about the number. I guarantee you, it's not about the number. Stop looking at the number. It's about these stipulations that come along with being on probation. It's going to be
drug testing. Drug testing, they're probably once a month. Of course, you can't be around felons.
Drug testing would not be once a month for him because of the nature. Because of what they're saying, because of the nature of the things that they said took place in this group. Drug
But he
testing for him,
wasn't using drugs.
he absolutely was. Do you see how big he is?
You talking about, okay, so you're saying that just because he was using drugs, they gonna make him test weekly? You froze up. Super producer, you look crazy right now. Super producer. I'm just going off of my experience with people on probation, and usually it's like a monthly drug test, and they don't do it weekly. And if they do it weekly, I mean, okay, but that's not a hard thing. The stipulation gets, really hard when you're saying, hey, I have to be restricted for 15 years. To me, that's kind of crazy. I guess super producer probably have to log off and log back on. She froze up on us. Um, you guys put in a chat. Keratin is saying our justice system is screwed up. Justin Thompson, is he going to start singing gospel music too? I think he is. I think it would be a great thing for him. You
Child,
froze up. You froze
child.
up.
I saw how I froze up too,
You was
and
like,
I'm pissed because that was
super,
crazy.
super producer, you froze. But I'm just going based off of my experience and the people that I've known to
say.
Oh,
receive,
sorry.
you know, receive probation. Usually it's a monthly testing thing, and usually, of course you can't be around people. They will give you depending on your probationary officer, they will let you go out of town. It has to be from work, but they want to know who is going to be with you. So,
Absolutely not. Because of his RICO charges, because of the nature of the things that they say that they were doing in this group, these stipulations will be extremely strict. They will be extremely strict. Extremely. And that's for me the part
but you know
that
who
black
doesn't make
men.
the stipulations? The judge don't make the stipulations. It's usually the parole officer. So if you get a dickhead parole officer, that's going
Well,
to be what it is.
we'll see, but I definitely do know that the judges and the state's attorney's office will absolutely play a role in what this person stipulates.
And another thing about drug testing, they probably, if he was using drugs and they find out that he has a drug problem, they're gonna make him do
He
some
probably
type
already
of
did.
test.
He
You
probably
know,
already did all of the drug rehab stuff in jail.
yeah,
He's been
yeah.
in there for 5 years, so,
He been in there for 5 years.
man, it's so long.
That is so crazy.
To me, I can't even believe it's been going on for 5 years.
That is really ridiculous.
Like, but
I wonder if he could have because he was in county though, right?
yeah.
I wonder if he could have asked them, okay, if I serve whatever time, how much would I get? If I serve, more time, how much probation would I get?
Right.
And another thing, if he finds that he is a good citizen and all that stuff, it all depends on the parole officer. The parole officer might make a recommendation for him to be released from parole early.
I doubt it. I don't
You
think
don't
any
you
of
don't
the
think
I don't think any of that will occur. This was already in the works. So all parties involved have been given the rundown.
No, I'm talking about in the future.
No, and I'm
Because
talking
they
about
will let you off of parole
yeah, I
early if
know,
they
and absolutely not. Like I said, you see how things are moving in the Tiffany Henyard case? How every time she seems like she goes to court, um, all of a sudden the judges don't know who she is. This woman been in the New York Post, all over the news, local news in Chicago, all over now national news, and you trying to sit here and tell me you don't know who she is? Yeah, no. there was absolutely some talk behind the scenes about what to do if you see this person come into your courtroom. Absolutely. So I feel
No,
like
I'm saying like it all depends on how Atlanta, because like in Michigan, if
that's not
you
what I'm saying. I'm
okay.
saying I'm saying that in the background, the probation officer has already been picked. The probation officer has already been told. They have definitely talked about with the judge, with the state's attorneys and everyone about what these stipulations should be. It
You're making that assumption, right?
whatever you want to call it. Whatever you
Because we
want to
don't
call
know. It all depends on how they work in Georgia.
it. Okay. Well,
Like I said in
you keep on with
Michigan,
that assumption. You keep on. They wouldn't go after this man for a RICO case and then just allow him to have some sort of lackadaisical probationary period. That
well,
don't make
I
sense.
think he is still getting off. He's not in prison.
No, he's been in prison for 5 years.
No, he
But
wasn't in
but
prison. He was in the county. County
well,
jail is way different than prison.
for me, jail is jail.
No, well, no. See,
And the
like
county
I
jail
said,
for me
as
is
any
worse.
Negro that been in prison, they gonna be
For
like,
me,
no,
county jail
county
is
is
worse than
way
prison.
different than prison.
For me, county jail is worse than prison. The county jail here, Harvey, is condemned.
Well,
That
like I
should tell you
said,
that the
it all depends. It all depends on
county
which.
conditions is way worse. So
I don't agree with that. I don't
okay,
agree with that.
you don't have to agree with it. I mean, if you want to, if you come and visit here, we can go to Cook County Jail, and you can take your assessment, and then we can run right to Indiana
But
to the prison, and they building a new $9 million prison here.
it's gonna
So
cost
that's
more than
absolutely
$9
not
million
gonna be,
for that prison.
huh?
But it would cost more than $9 million
I'm
for a
just saying
prison. But
that's the money that's allotted.
you,
That's what the public has been told.
it all depends on the particular prison and what state you're in. But hands down, we could say county is not worse than prison. We hands down. Yeah, I don't know where you get that from, but hands
But
down, it's not worse than prison.
okay, like I said, you come here, take a trip, to
I
Cook
don't
County
need to
Jail.
take the trip because I know people that was in Cook County and versus Joliet. I knew people that was in
It's right
Joliet.
here. Joliet, right? Joliet. We're not talking about Joliet because that is definitely Caucasian town. And the
But it
prison
doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
over there, horrible. Georgia is super strict on probation, and it has to follow it by the
By
book.
the book.
Super strict. Tell her, Carrington. Tell her. And he will absolutely be coming in at the beginning for a drug test. If not every day, at least every week.
Come on now, they're not gonna do that. That's doesn't even make no sense.
Okay. We're gonna find out what the
I ain't never
stipulations
heard
are.
nobody on drugs out of selling drugs. They ain't never had to go to drug testing for on a daily regimen. Maybe
Okay.
weekly. I think that's a little extreme as well.
Okay. Listen,
But
you don't have to
monthly,
believe it. That's my opinion.
monthly,
And I'm
yeah.
telling you, this man was up on RICO charges. They're not gonna let him have no lackadaisical probation. That's just not, it's not gonna
I'm
happen.
not saying that
They're
they're
gonna
not gonna
set it up.
be
They're gonna
restrictive.
they're gonna set it up so he can fail. And that's not gonna be him drug testing once a month.
I'm not saying they're not gonna be restrictive. I'm just saying as far as what can happen in the future, to his probation.
I mean, it could, but I don't
But
feel
in
like
then
it's not gonna happen in his
years
case.
from now,
It ain't gonna
years
happen
from
in his
now.
case. I guarantee you
And
that.
he's not going to have the same for 15 years. He's not going to have the same probation officer for 15
I don't know.
years.
These people, it's possible. I don't know how probable, but it's possible. Okay, y'all want to hear the speech that he
Yeah,
gave?
let's
Here
listen.
we go.
Yes, ma'am. I take full responsibility for, my crimes or my charges. I want to say sorry to my family, my mom, My mom got 11 kids. I can't say all their names, you know. My managers, my kids that's not here. Really everybody that got something to do with this situation, I want to say sorry for just like, you know, having so much time invested into this, you know, and I am a smart guy, I am a good guy, and I really got a good heart, you know. I find myself in a lot of stuff because I was just nice or cool, you know, and I understand that you can't be that way when you reach a certain height because it could end bad, and it don't really have to have nothing to do with you, but it could end bad and it could, you know, fall on you. And I know the choice is yours, it's up to you, and I hope that you allow me to go home today and just trust in me to just do the right thing and never see you again unless it's at a, you know, bar in the future or something. Just out of this type of situation, I promise you I won't ever be in this type of situation again. I'm going away. I've learned from my mistakes. You know, I come from nothing and I've made something and I didn't take full advantage of it. I'm sorry. Through these last 2.5 years of my life, you are really, truly, honestly, the best thing that has happened to me because you made everything fair for me and everybody involved on both sides, you know.
Okay. They should have had him write out his speech because he was like everywhere, like and I get my mom got 11 kids. I can't name them all. that's
That is a lot for this state and age.
but I can't name them all.
But good Lord. His mama was a track star.
Right. You know, Young Thug is probably, I don't know, how old is this guy? How old is Young Thug?
Oh, let me bring up my other stuff.
Young Thug, he is 33. So he was in jail when he turned 28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anyway, what I was getting at is he, of course, he's a product of his environment, you know. And then once, you know, he had people, probably really people, you know, saying, "Oh, you got to handle your business. You gonna let that nigga, you know, you
Yeah.
gonna let that nigga disrespect you like that?"
I mean,
You know, he
for
said, "I'm a
me,
nice guy. I'm a nice guy."
yeah, that cracked me up. And
Sure, you are.
he sound like a nice guy when he said it. He
He
said
sound like he's intelligent too.
I'm a nice guy. I didn't take full advantage. And you know, to some degree, I think that was a genuine part. Because I think, like he said, he got so big headed that he didn't think that he, you know, anything was gonna happen to,
Happened to him. Yeah.
you know, and maybe he did to some extent go along because this is what come along
Come
with
along with the
the with
territory.
yeah
Yeah. You
with the
know, with
industry.
yeah.
And maybe possibly, you know, there's some truth to that.
I think so. I think so.
I just, you know, for the characters that he had around him, I would have never said I'm a smart guy because there was some dumb people around him. So that made you that's making you look like you was moving the pieces on the chessboard because you the smartest one. Because
Yeah, the what's the guy that got off and he's on net, you know, different shows and stuff on
YSL
YouTube.
Wody?
Wody. Yeah. I think he's smart. He just talked different. But that other individual that took the stand, you know he low IQ. What's the guy name?
I don't know his name, but I know
Girl, low IQ like I think he's like mentally retarded.
well, I feel like, yeah, I would have absolutely not said I'm a smart guy. I would have said, um, I made some unintelligent decisions. I am now more educated,
I turned my
through this
life over to
process.
Christ.
I don't know about that because
I'm now a follower of Jesus
when
Christ
these
in the Latter-day Saints.
when these inmates come out and they start talking because because Allah I'd be like,
Yeah.
my ears automatically be turning off. I absolutely not. Absolutely don't
Yeah,
say
they always find Christ or find Allah in jail,
child.
right?
And not only that, then they find them a suit and they always wearing a suit and a polyester
Girl.
suit and a polyester tie. You know, always.
Or a bow tie.
Yeah, and you be like, "Oh, you dressing now, ain't you?" Yeah, I got my life together. I found Christ. And okay,
He
you
can
sure?
become a preacher.
I mean, they out here.
Let's see.
The bling bishop should have told y'all that. He in
He
prison
got
right now.
a lot of when
And
they tattoo their forehead, I just equate that to demonic,
you
but
check out. Okay,
yeah, like very demonic when you
okay.
start
What you searching
tattooing.
for over there?
I was looking for his picture, and I was gonna say he could probably attract some young women. Black women will pack up the church, start giving tithes and offering.
Well, we'll see what he's gonna do. Like somebody in the comments said, is he gonna start singing gospel? I mean, I don't know. It like I said, the stipulations of this probation, he probably cannot be around other convicted criminals. We know for a fact, absolutely, that there'll be a lot of convicted criminals at these rap concerts.
He probably can't be around his family. Like if you really think about it,
Absolutely.
I can't be around my family because they all convicted.
And listen, none of them people that took them plea deals he could be around anymore.
Right.
So I'm just
He
saying,
can't be around his mama and
gonna have
her
to
11 kids.
gonna have to reinvent himself. So maybe he will. You know what? Maybe he'll do country music.
Yeah,
'Cause black
that
people
would
are
be
starting
good.
to well,
Cause yeah, they starting to merge
they always
country
been
and
in
rap.
music. Charlie
Yeah.
Pride
Hmm.
absolutely was a pioneer of country music, black man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
you know, they've always, but maybe he will because it's becoming more, you know, uh black, modern, contemporary.
We
So
need to
more
do,
contemporary.
like you said, a foyer on his stipulation of his probation because I want to
Definitely
see
will.
the restitution. How much
Definitely
restitution
will.
he gotta pay?
Definitely want to, and I will because I want to know what the stipulations are.
His restitution is high as hell. Now, this I would agree. Most men or people that's on probation, reason why they don't complete their probationary period is because of the restitution.
Yeah, that's why I said for me,
It's n-
he's
yeah.
gonna go back to performing in some capacity because um that's how they make the money. That's how they make it so fast. I mean, he's a hot ticket item right now. So it would make sense for him to capitalize on this time because he's
Yeah, he
only
could
going to
talk
have a
about his
short
prison experience.
well, he's only going to have a short time. You know what I'm saying? Before people get bored.
He probably already got some music written.
Right.
If you
And
really think
he
about it.
absolutely should. He absolutely should tell the judge that this is the way that he made his money before. He's not doing anything different. This is all he knows. And he needs to be able to do concerts to pay his restitution and take care of his family.
Yeah, because
If
I
he
don't
do
have
that,
any other skills.
if he do that in 3 concerts, he will pay that restitution. And that'll be paid. The only thing he'll have to worry about going forward is these probation stipulations. So,
Mhm.
I think that'll happen. We're gonna run across
That's the
the
river
world
or the
right
world,
now
the ocean.
to somewhere else.
Where is it
And
at?
then we're gonna come back because the North America absolutely have the most mess going on.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll watch this. Let's See? Because I didn't know anything about this, and this is absolutely scaring me. Okay, here we go.
Rescue teams in eastern Spain are still searching for people missing in the devastating flash floods. At least 158 people have died during a year's worth of rain, which fell in 8 hours in parts of the Valencia region, leaving streets filled with debris and mud. This is Spain's worst flood-related disaster in modern history. Some experts say human-driven climate change is making extreme weather events more frequent and destructive.
Did you see that? 158 people. And they had did she say 5 years or 8 years worth of rain
1 year
in
worth
8
of rain.
hours? 1 year worth of rain in 8 hours.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
I absolutely be wanting to know how these people, how these other countries get out of, without having like FEMA. Do they have like a FEMA or something over there?
They might have like some type of humanitarian effort. What's the place with United Nations? They normally pass out like vaccines and stuff like that.
Okay, I think this the World Health Organization, or do they have some organization like that
Like
that
who?
helps?
Yeah,
Like the
I'm
world,
not.
yeah, like who?
Yeah,
The World Health
yeah,
Organization? Do they
yeah.
have
I'm not for
something
sure.
like that?
I'm not for sure. I have to look that up.
Okay, yeah.
One thing she said last. Do you believe in climate change?
No, we're
Do I
trying to.
believe in climate change?
Yeah,
Yes, I
like.
absolutely do, because I feel like the aerosol can things, I think lots of things that we do. I mean, things are gonna break down over time. We have invented a lot of artificial things that absolutely
It's
are
impacting
affecting,
our environment.
yeah, are affecting the environment that we're in. Look at all the trash that we put in landfills. You listen, when you throw a pair of jeans away, it takes over 15 years for those things to break down.
I don't think I ever threw a pair of jeans away.
Well,
Either giving them away.
people throw things like, especially the rich, they take them to the thrift stores as well, but a lot of people just toss
Toss
them.
them out.
We absolutely need to start finding recyclable ways to get to do things with these materials that don't break down. Styrofoam is something that's not recyclable. It takes years for that to break down. And it absolutely is harming the groundwater. I used to listen, SuperProducer have had a lot of jobs. I used to work for the state of Virginia at a recycling plant that turned garbage into energy. And in the plant, the workers that worked in the plant, I worked at the scale house. The workers that worked in the plant had to take out things that were not burnable or recyclable off of a line. And so styrofoam, just anything that couldn't be burned.
Yes,
And
styrofoam burning, that's toxic.
right. And so all that had to be pulled out of the trash.
Justin
So
Thompson said, let me go get my 10
Justin, you absolutely a Republican. You done went way. Yes.
Let me get my hat so I
Okay.
won't get those electromagnetic waves
Up
in my
there.
brain.
But yeah, I absolutely feel like yeah, that's an issue. Like things that we are doing to our environment, things that we are using, things that are not able to be broken down properly in the soil is an issue. Is an issue. All right, so but 158 people, that's devastating, I feel like, for that little town. Just in that little town. I don't know what happened in other parts with this
Other parts,
flood,
yeah.
but 158 people. Think about that in your own little city that you live in. Like 158 people. It don't seem like a lot, but it is.
Yeah,
When you
in
looking
one
at it on
day,
a
that's
smaller
devastating.
Yeah.
And
And when you talk about 1 year's worth of rain in 8 hours,
yeah,
that
that's
thing was
crazy.
raining crazy.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's to me, that's fascinating, but I don't know what should be done about this global warming thing. For me, I feel like there should be some alternatives to aerosol cans. Absolutely. I know as women, we use a lot of hairspray and things like that. If we could switch over to, the pumps
pump.
versus an aerosol can. Child, we one time in the plant, we had aerosol cans. There was I don't know why, but there was like a 2 or 3 bags of aerosol cans, and somebody didn't pull it off the line. And what they do is they crush the stuff first, so it went to the crusher.
And it popped or burst. It's
Ooh,
flammable.
child. And it was a mess, and it shut the plant down for like 2-3 days. So we were not even making energy for like 2-3 days. Oh, super. Can you tell me at what point in time the climate wasn't changing? Absolutely, I cannot, because I wasn't here when dinosaurs was here, or whoever was here, child. I wasn't here. But absolutely, things are breaking down, have broken down over time. So, yeesh, I feel like maybe we can do something to bring it back if we stop all of these fumes. And did you see that green stuff that Tesla was leaking into the river?
Oh, in the river.
Did you see that?
No.
I have the article, but let's go here.
Okay.
Let me put that up first.
Okay.
And then we'll go to that. But yeah, Tesla leaked something
into the river. Are they in California or Texas?
I'm about to see where this one is at, where this particular plant is at, because he have a lot of
different plants.
Yeah. He have some different places, but I believe that they're mainly in California. So hold on.
California is one of the strictest environmental
I feel like
regions.
I feel like they're trying to be. I feel like what some of these companies do when people are not looking, you know what I'm saying, is what's harmful. Let's say they know a check is coming and they pass it. Yeah, so this was in California. So let me share this tab. Hold on. Tesla headquarters spills gallons of lime green liquid into Bay Area street.
Okay. So they call it as an accident.
Girl. Really. Okay. So that's what, look at that lime green sludge right there.
Okay.
Now they got this right here, which is, one of those boom rocks.
Yeah,
that is supposed to stop it from getting to the drain. But you absolutely know that they didn't catch that in time. This is in Palo Alto, California. So who knows what's going to come behind that? They're testing this lime green substance. But what I miss, Toy Mafia, tell me. Oh, this Tesla plant.
No, she's saying Toy Mafia. I see what she's saying. She's saying this is part of evolution.
Oh yeah,
these events.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we didn't help. I feel like we might have speeded it up, if anything. With some of the look at this green goo stuff. What is this? We're ruining our own groundwater.
Is if it was an accident, that's probably one of the things. It happens. It happens at plants. Now, how would the EPA respond to that? They have to do some type of reporting when they have these types of spills, especially if it's spilling into, their drinking water.
They should be testing it too. When I used to work at the plant that I worked at, we had water testing done. Like we actually would shut the plant, would be closed for the day, because they would absolutely go to every manhole that was on the property
to make sure it wasn't no spills, right?
And test, but they would test, all the water connections too, all the water coming out of the water connections, and just be taking samples. And that would take all day because these plants, because of the fire hazards, have lots of water hoses and different places that water collects. And so they would have to gather those for collection. All right, y'all. We going to Diddy. I know. Let's go back to the episode where we talked. Shawan had the Piers Morgan interview with Jaguar Wright.
Right.
And there was an attorney that came on there talking about a tape. And we all were discussing if the underage person allegedly was Justin Bieber, I think at the time, or who the minor was. But the lawyer said that they needed to vet the tape to find out exactly who the individuals were on the tape. Apparently, that has been done. And the person who had the tape is now known. First of all, let me give proper shout outs to the Shade Room. So the YSL information that I put up came from the Shade Room. This next clip that I'm going to play came from the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram by way of TMZ. So let's see what Karen. Years ago, the city of Waycross has its water contaminated. Therefore, a certain substance was linked to cancer. Wow. Okay, so the man, this tape that we about to play. Okay, listen. It's only a minute, so listen.
To discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book,
so it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody.
And no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't.
It was a derivative work.
It was edited. The only way the family say that is because I forgot his name. Albie Short.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. And I'd like to say apologize to the mother and the family.
Okay, you heard it.
So he's saying he has the original copy of Kim Porter's diary. And that was her manager?
No, her manuscript. He has the manuscript, the original
unedited version of the manuscript.
Yeah, whatever
she wrote. Okay, the copy that they're selling on Amazon, it was the edited version?
Is a fake.
Oh, it's a fake. Okay.
Is a fake.
Okay. A lot of people, if you read those reviews, that's why I didn't buy it. They said it was, they didn't believe it.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
And so he was subpoenaed. So that's why he showed up for the grand jury and they had to turn over what they had.
Okay.
And so that's what they did yesterday.
Okay.
This is absolutely heating up. I saw one comment that said, these kids should be more concerned about what they let their father do to their mother. Took me straight out. Do you hear me? Because do that mean allegedly that Diddy also was raising monsters?
What's the King Combs? The one who be acting like, oh, Dad, I remember we listened to Dad, I could rap. That's isn't that
Christian?
King Combs?
His name is Christian.
Christian is a damn fool. But I was watching a video with the bodyguard, I believe, and he had to check Christian Combs of how he was treating Kim. I guess he got smart with her, and I don't know if he said he tried to smack her or he actually smacked her. So
interesting. Well, y'all, now it's time, my favorite part of the show. We have so much more to talk about. We'll cover that on Monday. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I need to hold on. Let me make sure I got a pen. Give me a pen that can write. I got one. Who out there in the comments is football fans? We absolutely about to get into these football.
I got my lion shirt on today.
as long as you don't roar and don't do it. Absolutely not. Up there sounding like Scooby Doo. Don't you do it.
You stop me.
Don't you? Don't you do. We about to get into these football picks. First thing I like to do is I like to go over the standings. We're going to go to the NFC, the AFC, East, West, all of those things. We'll see where we stand, where the people stand, and then we're going to go to the picks. So let's get to the standings. This is the fun part of the show for me because I love this stuff. Let's do it. All right. So the Bills are 6-2. I absolutely like the Bills. I believe that they're going to go far into the playoffs. This is the AFC East outlook. The Jets are 3-6. Absolutely not going anywhere. That don't even make any sense. Dolphins 2-5. Lord have mercy. The Patriots. I know Tom Brady is having a cow. Cause look, they are 2-6. What in the world? Okay, that's the AFC East. AFC West, the Chiefs are 7-0, absolutely undefeated. Absolutely, the AFC West will be won by the Chiefs, period. They will be on a bye for the playoffs because they will be automatically in. Okay. Watch what I tell you.
Watch what I tell you.
The Broncos are 5-3. The Chargers are 4-3. And the Raiders are 2-6. I feel like the Raiders have no chance. I feel like the toss-up will be between the Broncos and the Chargers. And I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Broncos just because of how they're performing. That is the AFC West. Let's go to the AFC North where we have the Steelers. Never going to bet against the Steelers because the coach is from Newport News, Virginia. I would never bet against the 757. So the Steelers are 6-2. They're actually at the top of their division. The Ravens are 5-3. The Bengals are 3-5, and the Browns are 2-6. The Browns are actually, I feel like the Browns are actually distracted because they want a new stadium. They want to build a new dome. And get this, the state's attorney and them are trying to block them. So they are in a legal battle right now with the state's attorney and the city of Cleveland because
they want to move the team or something?
No, because they use tax subsidized money to build this stadium. And there's a law, and I think it's called the Modell Law or something like that, that they cannot move the team without approval or build a new stadium without approval because they use tax subsidized dollars to build this current one. So they're in litigation right now to be exempt from that law. So I feel like they're distracted.
I mean, how old is the stadium now?
Child, I don't know, but these stadiums cost so much money. They take the taxpayers' the taxes up so high sometimes. I feel like you absolutely need to come with a plan of how this stadium can be transformed into something else and the taxpayers can still use it. You know, if you want to build something else. You see what I'm saying? I feel like if you don't come with that, yeah, I'm absolutely voting against you too. Because my tax dollars went to that and you talking about building another stadium and you want to be tax exempt again and use tax subsidized dollars again. So that means my tax is going to go up again. No, I'm not about it. So I feel like right now they're distracted. So they're 2-6. They're at the bottom of the.
I don't think that got nothing to do with the actual players, though, right?
I would say yes and no, because the players may absolutely want a new stadium. You know, for obvious reasons. They want domes because you can open it when you have good weather, but it snows in Cleveland just like it does here in Chicago. So it would give them the ability to not have to play in the snow. I mean, when you think about it and they're retiring from football, they absolutely have a lot of aches and pains because they've played in very cold weather. So, you know, I feel like, you know, Lions and Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl. Justin, I'm not sure I want to make that prediction yet, but you know, we'll see. Definitely, I feel like the Lions for sure. Definitely for sure. And then let's go to the AFC South. The Texans are 6-3. The Colts are 4-4. That is amazing to me. That they are not performing to where I feel like they should be performing. But the Jaguars are 2-6, and the Titans, oh my God, 1-6. The Titans are absolutely looking to spoil somebody's appearance in the playoffs. So, and when these teams are at the bottom, they're absolutely looking to destroy somebody else's life because their life is done. So
they probably just losers right
those
now.
are the standards. Let's go to the games for this Sunday through Monday and Thursday. Okay? All right. This was last week.
I think.
Let's go to Sunday. First game on Sunday is between the Saints and the Panthers. I'm taking the Saints.
You taking the Saints?
Write that down. Super Producer is choosing the Saints.
Do I gotta make a prediction?
If you want to.
I know.
You can't just make a prediction on one game. If you're
I'm making a prediction on one game. No, actually 2 games.
Kevin, don't do me this morning. I said what I said, and I told y'all what I really was. Look at Super sounding like a Republican on taxes.
Right. Super Producer is a Republican for real. She is so conservative. All that stuff she be talking about, like, dang, you sound like a damn Republican.
Super Producer is independent, and she don't play about her money. You see this shirt, this sweatshirt says, I make money moves.
Okay.
Okay, that's what this thing says. I do numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, and I do what makes sense. What up, though, Anthony Hood? We are down doing our NFL predictions. We are down to the end of the show.
Super Producer doing her predictions. I only got 2 of them.
I said you can't do that.
The Lions will win the Super Bowl.
No, ma'am.
And Trump will be the next president.
No, ma'am. Why does somebody else say Super Producer is a closeted Republican?
I'm telling you, we've been trying to tell you a closeted Republican.
It's a closet I'll never come out of. You'll never know. Okay. Now we're going to go to, y'all know who I'm going with, the Commanders versus the Giants. I'm going with the Commanders because they always whoop the Giants. Even when they at home, it don't make no difference. When the
Giants whoop the Giants.
Giants
are sucking this year.
Always beating them. It don't matter. Check our record. We always beat them. Yeah. So I'm going with the Commanders.
I'm going with the Commanders too.
All right. Are you going with the Saints or the Panthers?
I don't know about them.
Okay. You know what? You absolutely could not be in no football pool with me. You absolutely not. Anyway. Okay. Then let's go to the next game. The Dolphins and the Bills. The Bills absolutely going to decimate the Dolphins. They playing at home, and they not going to play about their home stadium. So, and the Dolphins are horrible. So we're going.
Yeah. I think the Dolphins don't have a
right.
chance.
Okay. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. The next game we have the Chargers and the Browns. I'm absolutely
Chargers
because the Browns are playing horrible. And I said what I said
They've
about
been playing horrible since 1962.
I'm not even going to do this with you. All right. The next matchup we're going to is the Bengals and the Raiders. They both horrible. I
don't see Bengals in the Raiders. Why didn't you go to Patriots and the Titans?
Oh.
You missed them.
They both horrible too.
They both
horrible.
It's a toss up with them.
Yeah, it's a toss up, but I'm going to take the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because the Titans are just more horrible than the Patriots.
Do they got anybody injured on their team?
I'm not sure. Justin, you taking straight. Hold on. Falcons win Super Bowl and Trump will win the okay. No. Carrington, go ahead re-up your liquor because you need it right now so you can be thinking clearly. Some people need alcohol to think clearly. I want you to go get yours, okay? Justin said the Saints. He picking the Saints.
Okay,
I think Patriots will kick it. Definitely. This is definitely a thing. Okay, so we have the Patriots over the Titans. We got the Chargers over the Browns. Oh, definitely the Falcons and the Cowboys. This is the mystery for me. The mystery for me is Dak. He the problem. He is absolutely the problem. Because listen, it be a fluke. Because sometimes he can perform.
I'm about to say Dak sometimes will have good games, then other times it's like
and listen, that
like
last game
wishy-washy.
So he is due for a win because the last game for me, he do this every other because he already getting his $579 million. So
that's how much they paying him?
Girl. Jerry Jones is a fool. Allegedly.
Jerry Jones is a fool, allegedly. Got a question
I need to
about
find that thing about that I told you I was gonna show about him. I'm gonna have it on Monday when we go over our
on Dak Prescott or Jerry.
No, I told you the conversation that Jerry Jones was having with Jamie Foxx in the VIP box, and Jamie
It
Foxx
was
had to get off of his live because he was talking about this man's dangling on live.
oh my god. Cowboys. Or is it at Cowboys? The
No,
Cowboys stadium.
it's in Atlanta. So I
I'm gonna go with
absolutely
the
think that the
Falcons on that
Falcons.
one.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going with
mean,
the
for me,
Falcons.
I feel like the Falcons are gonna win because they need one, and they lost so horribly. Where Q at from the DFW? I know where you at, sir. You missing in action? I definitely will be contacting you today because this is unacceptable. But I definitely feel like they're gonna show out because they're in Atlanta. Raiders and Bengals. My God,
I think
two more horrible teams. For me, I'm gonna take the Bengals because they're just a little bit less horrible than the Raiders.
See,
Ain't this
that's
terrible?
bad. That's bad when you say they're a little
Ain't
bit
this
less
terrible?
horrible.
This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. Okay, so then we have the Broncos and the Ravens, and I'm gonna take the Broncos over the Ravens because they're playing horrible now for some reason. Oh, and let me go back to the Falcons game. Plus, the Falcons have Kirk Cousins, who came from the Commanders or used to play for them. So he absolutely knows how to do comeback wins, and he know how to get it together. He actually been doing pretty good. So
Okay.
Justice said Cowboys for the win. Okay. I'm gonna let you fall on that sword yourself. I'm not doing that in no way, shape, or form. Then we got the Bears and the Cardinals. Shh. Here go another one, because Caleb.
Mm-mm.
The Bears lost last week to us. So I can guarantee you they're very pissed this week.
I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Bears just because, I feel like they usually beat the Cardinals. So let's do Bears. Now we got the Jaguars and the Eagles, and they both terrible. I'm gonna take the Eagles because they playing at home.
Okay.
The Colts and the Vikings. Absolutely taking the Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
And then we have, I'm going with the Chiefs. Chiefs and the Bucks on Monday. And then Thursday night is the Bengals and the Ravens. Wow. They're having to play 2 games in 1 week. And they both horrible. Look, in this game, I'm going to pick the Ravens because I'm picking the Bengals to win earlier in the week. That's the only thing I can tell you for that.
Who the Lions playing this? Who's the Lions
Okay,
playing?
let's see. Who else want to make predictions? I wrote down mine. Who else? Justin said he taking the Cowboys. We ain't gonna forget that, and I'm not gonna forget that. He taking the Bears. Carrington taking the Jaguars and the Vikings. Okay.
Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
The Lions on the bye.
Oh, I was wondering where they was at.
You crazy? What? I'm looking at the screen like, did I miss something? I know they on the bye.
They on the bye week. Okay.
Yeah, they on the bye. The Steelers on the bye. I mean, we're not even going to see the Detroit Lions probably in the playoffs because I predicted they go on to the Super Bowl. So we won't even see them in the playoffs because they'll have a bye through that. Okay. Also, you taking the Falcons, Carrington? Okay, I got it. I ain't gonna forget
Carrington taking the Patriots. He put up there earlier. He's a Patriots fan thanks to what's the girl's name? Taylor Swift.
Because okay, yeah, I get it. I get it. But those are my predictions.
Okay.
We'll see how they turn out.
Her NFL predictions out here.
If you're in the comments and you want to play along or you got something to say about what I said, let's do it.
Now we got to get Stephen A. Smith.
I don't even like Stephen A. Smith. First Take. I don't even watch First Take anymore. I used to be a big, huge First Take fan, but some of the things that Stephen A. Smith said and did, I can't do it.
What he
But I tell
say?
you who I do like. I like Pardon the Interruption with Will Bond and Tony Kornheiser. Always watch them. I used to love Around the Horn with Stat Boy. Stat Boy used to be on Pardon the Interruption, but he got his own show. I think it was called Around the Horn. I love that show. Um, I used to like watching Skip and Shannon, but I can no longer stomach Shannon. I never liked Skip. I only watched that show for
Why
Shannon.
you don't like Shannon no more? Well, Shannon ain't on the show, right?
No, he's not on show
No,
anymore. Can't
but
nobody work with Skip. Only person like Skip is Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne be high. So you can't even say that there's somebody that likes Skip.
Skip is just so old school. I think that's what
Skip
his
is
problem is.
racist. Let's just call a spade
Yeah,
a spade,
he just.
allegedly.
I don't even think he
Chicago has
racist. I
schools in
think he
every
just
way
old school.
each year in every department, and true. Bears need to win just to give Chicago something positive, and true. And listen, I want them to win, but will they win? I don't know. They have a lot of distractions too because they want a new stadium. They wanted to build the new stadium somewhere, and the residents voted no. And as they should, because where they want to build the stadium is going to bring a lot of congestion and traffic to that area, which is a high residential area. Where they're at right now, they're in the center of the city where nobody drives to anyway because there's nowhere to park. And if you do park, it's like $60, almost $100 to park. So people usually Uber down or Lyft down, to the stadium, and it's not, a big deal. But they want to put this new stadium out in the really far suburb,
Suburbs.
up north, far up north, and it's mainly in the residential area, and that will absolutely bring a whole bunch of traffic, crime, trash, all types of things to that area that the whites are not having. And I said what I said.
It might be what is it called? I mean, maybe they're not trying to look for that, but good for their economy.
Will it be good for their economy?
Yeah.
No,
I'm talking about out there.
No, that's a very
for
affluent
businesses.
That's a very affluent part of town. They don't need no help. That's why they voted no.
What they was trying to build it in Naperville or something?
No, in Arlington Heights.
Okay.
That's a very affluent part of Illinois. They absolutely don't need any of that money. They have loads of hospitals, already out there. They have, like I said, the very affluent live out there, lawyers, doctors, politicians, football players. Yeah, they don't need that. They don't need that type of energy
drama.
Yeah, they don't, and then the tax questions that would come along with that. Absolutely not. My thing is, for me, what they didn't do was offer the residents in that area, because those residents are people who are absolutely involved in their government, a trade-off for what they would get. You see what I'm saying? You're going now from a populated city area to a suburban area. Them people want some perks. They want to be able to get half-price tickets, get into the game. They want it to benefit them somehow. So, just like when the Falcons built the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta in 2019, like, really? I feel like they should just do modifications to the building they already have. They need to figure out how they can get the stadium they have domed, if that's what they want. Or maybe they need to do a whole, they just need to think about, how they can restructure this building to make it what they want to make it.
They probably did a feasibility study. It's probably costs more to do the
Absolutely,
upgrades than
these residents said
from
no.
scratch.
The mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson.
Why don't they tear the building down and build a new one? And build
Because
it in the same existence.
They would have to absolutely get permission because it was a tax subsidized building.
Oh, in Chicago too?
Yeah. So they would absolutely have to get permission. And doing something like that would have the city trapped as far as traffic for at least a year. You know what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying build the new stadium where the existing stadium
Yeah, but
is.
look, to do that, you are going to have to close off streets, right? While you implode this building, haul away the trash. Okay, that's in the center of the city. How would you do that? People live down there around. You got the United Center right there. You have this is United Center. The stadium is here. You would absolutely have to block all of that. And then you got the museum district right on the other side. So how would you do that? How would, it could be done, but it's absolutely going to affect the rest of those things surrounding it. So like you said, I think the feasibility study came back and said, wow, the amount of closing we would have to do would be insane. And it would really affect the residents in that area, because Chicago have high-rise homes, luxury apartments, and lots of hotels operate there. You've got the Bean, across that park. I forgot what it's called. Across from there, Lakeshore,
Lakeshore
Navy Pier.
Navy Pier.
All of those things would be affected, so I don't know. I feel like I said, I feel like they didn't present the residents of Arlington or the taxpayers of Arlington with a good package of how them putting the stadium there would benefit them. And because of that, they voted no. And yeah, absolutely don't let Alf do the budgeting, because Alf don't make good sense.
If Alf has anything to do with it, no wonder they voted no.
Say it again.
If Alf had anything to do with, them presenting this information to residents, no wonder they voted no. They're just gonna vote anything. If his name is attached to it, they're just gonna vote no, hands down, because nobody likes him anymore.
That part, this part right here, and Alf voted no to giving them more money, because then they thought, okay, give us more money to, I guess, maybe do some upgrades then.
So you mean to tell me what Carrington is talking about, the Bear Stadium or the one in Atlanta?
The stadium cost $1.6 billion to build in 2016, not 2019.
That's the Falcon Stadium, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that's what he's talking about. And I think, because of these type of numbers, because of the economic climate we're in right now.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And for me, the Bears absolutely don't need a new stadium.
When was their stadium built?
I don't care when it was built. I've been there. It's not
because they're not a winning team.
Yeah, because for me, what they're trying to get is the dome. Everybody now wants a dome that they can open and close, because of the weather and those types of things. But it absolutely does not stop fans from going out to Bears games. Those people go out to those Bears games and sit in that cold and the snow. They don't care. I ain't going out there, but
so they said Soldier Field was constructed or opened in 1924 and reconstructed in 2003.
So it's not,
and the Bears been there since 1971.
It's not. I mean, could they move? Would it be nice to have a dome stadium? Yeah, but if they move from the center of the city, a lot of people won't go all the way out to Arlington Heights to see them play, because that's far. I'm out in the southwest suburbs. I would have to go past the city of Chicago into Arlington Heights. That's like a.
Listen to this. I just found this on internet on the internet. I sound like an old lady. I found this on YouTube. Let me see if I can share this.
Okay, Kevin, one thing I could say about bum Jerry Jones, he paid for his stadium out of his own pocket. You have to come with something that is going to be a benefit to the city or the people that are there.
They're saying that they are upgrading the stadium. It's going to cost about $5 billion to do it.
Child, don't y'all believe these lies y'all see on this internet?
That's what it's saying.
Okay.
Inside the new $4.7 billion
where they get
Chicago Bear. Probably from Governor Pritzker.
Girl, pretzel head better go ahead somewhere. He got bigger fish to fry with all these people quitting.
How do you integrate a colossal sports venue into one of the world's most recognizable cityscapes? The Bears are attempting an architectural feat that could redefine Chicago's waterfront and create a new hub of activity beyond game days. Picture this. You're walking along Lake Michigan, the wind off the water ruffling your hair. Suddenly,
she said attempting. Girl, this is not a real thing.
She said the wind off the water.
This is absolutely not a real thing.
This is the what is it? The description inside the Chicago Bears $5 billion waterfront stadium.
And that's why they're not getting it, because this man is $1 billion in debt.
No, listen, this
deficit.
Modern 65,000 seat is set to become a major attraction with a target opening date in 2028.
Okay, child. Y'all keep believing that.
That's what this megalomanics build.
Y'all keep believing that.
That's too funny.
Anywho, child, that's our time for today. We did our football pick
for today on Unpopular Opinion.
I absolutely feel like we on an episode of In Living Color now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Listen, it was absolutely my pleasure to be with you all this morning. I'm so grateful that you all decide to take the time out of your busy day to listen to us, whether you're drinking your coffee on your ride to work, whatever you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. For tuning in.
For tuning
in. For tuning in. So, we got our predictions. Y'all make sure y'all watch football on Sunday, because I will be watching closely.
I only watch the highlights because my husband watches the highlights.
And again, I'm talking to the people in the comments. As usual.
I'll watch the highlights. Did you write our predictions down?
I wrote my predictions down. I'm not worried about your mess. You pick 2 games, 3 games.
You know what? Send me take a picture of it so I could put it up on our channel.
I will.
So I could talk shit if you lose. SuperProducer making undocumented predictions.
The best one. Listen, have a great day. Y'all have a great weekend. Justin, next time I'm gonna need you to put my name first, and then you can push.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. C and B comes before S and P.
I'm gonna need you to switch it up. Move around.
Don't let her bully you.
You know what they say? Move around a little bit.
Do not let her
bully you. I absolutely love you, though, Justin.
I'm going to start calling you the bully super producer.
I have grown to love you. I'm a bully because I'm stating my love language. Whatever, girl. Whatever, girl. Happy weekend to you,
Kevin Walker. Thank you.
Like, share this video to everybody that you know. Subscribe to Shawan Burns on YouTube, Shawan Burns 2.0. Subscribe to, she didn't even write it this time. I don't know if she pointed to. Subscribe to All in the Queue, because it's right here. All in the Queue on YouTube. And Carrington, thank you. Absolutely not. Absolutely
not. On what?
Okay. Thank you all for tuning in today. I'm going to remind you again by playing the video that I played at the beginning. Going to remind you all again what you need.
Miss what's her name? Jennifer Lewis.
Yes, and I love her so much.
Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis, take us out.
Take it away. Take it away.
Cardi B, Nicki, Jay-Z, Kiki. It's Auntie. I need y'all to help me spread my quote. I need you to help me get these kids out to vote. Why? 'Cause this election ain't no joke. We gotta take this bitch by the throat. So get your ass out and vote. Get your ass out and vote. Get your ass out and vote. Y'all know how I do it. Come on, y'all. Vote.